Hello, I'm Jerry Fort, the beer review guy. We're going to do a versus video, Bud Light versus Keystone Light. And this video is for Latino 41S. Wanted to see this done. I have not had a Keystone Light for 4 years. I've done a review on it 4 years ago and I haven't had one since, so I don't remember what it's like. So kind of going in blind, which is, I kind of like that because I don't know what to expect, you know. So I did a versus with Bud Light against Coors Light, and I ended up liking Coors Light a little bit better. Plus, it'd been a favorite of mine in the light beer category for a long time. So, but I found them very, similar. But so I'm curious about what Keystone Light is like. Keystone Light is from the Coors Brewing Company. Let's see, what's the ABV on this thing? 4.1, and I think this one's 4.2. So all these light beers are like around in that area. Okay, so since how the Bud Light with me is more popular, I'm going to use my Jerry beer review guy glass. I'll use this plain one for this Keystone. Okay, so let's get this one. It says grab a stone. Ingredients is water, barley malt, corn syrup, yeast, hop extract. It says corn syrup is used as part of the brewing process only. Keystone never uses high fructose corn syrup. Okay. So it does have corn syrup. Let's see what we got here on the color, because they've really been like really close on the color. Almost identical a lot of times. So and everybody knows about Bud Light. It's one of the most popular light beers in the United States, along with Coors Light. Coors Light and Bud Light are probably really close, but Bud Light might be more popular in purchasing, maybe a little bit cheaper, maybe. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Yeah, the color, as you can see from there, is it's about identical. The head was the same. So let's see what we got on this aroma. Getting the sweet corn syrup, getting a little bit of the barley malt. It smells good. Real close, almost the same. The Keystone Light seems to have a little bit more of an aroma coming out. The Bud Light is not as strong of an aroma as what the Keystone Light is. Yeah, getting more aroma on the Keystone Light. Okay, well let's try this. Okay, got a light to medium carbonation burn. You get a good balanced mix of sweet with a little bit of a barley malt bitter, kind of a bread crust kind of bitterness on the back end is where it goes to. Flavors good. Let's try the Bud Light. Has sweetness up front. The barley, surely this has barley malt in it too. It's not as bitter in the barley malt area as this is. Yeah, it doesn't give the ingredients on this can. Carbonation is not as strong on the Bud Light as it is over here on the Keystone. Bud Light's a little bit sweeter. They still taste like real close to each other. What would I prefer between the two if I only had the choice of these two as a go-to light beer? Excuse me. Let me go in one more time. Yeah, so the Bud Light is a little bit more sweeter. Yeah, and the Keystone Light has just a little bit more of that bitter barley malt, bread crust kind of a, malty thing going on. It's not huge, but it's there. I mean, they're both really good for light beers. But I think I probably would prefer the Bud Light. There you go. It can be difficult because they both have, good things going for them. Just a little bit sweeter, just a little bit more of a barley malt bitterness on the back end. This is all in my opinion. Other people may think something different. This is good too, but I think I'd still go with this one, Bud Light. Yeah, okay. Well, here's the ingredients right in the front of the can. I forgot they did this. Using the choicest hops, best of barley malt, and rice. Yeah, I mean, so hop extract and hops. So there you go. I mean, hops extract, is that the same as using hops? It doesn't sound like it to me, but I don't know. This one doesn't say anything about corn syrup on here. Anyway, there you go. It's funny because a lot of these light beers, I haven't found anything that like is so different from each other. All these verses have been that they're so similar that it's hard to really distinguish one from the other unless you just have, you know, drank all your life, you know, Keystone Light, but then later on in life you switched only over to Bud Light, and you can tell the difference that way. These type of beers are not my go-to beers. I don't, you know, so I don't drink these all the time unless I'm using them for, you know, for mixing them with things, or if I want to get a big thing of beer for a social event, family thing, or something like that. So it's not a regular drinker of mine. So I just kind of go by my first impression. Okay, so 12 minutes. Time goes fast, doesn't it? All right, well, I thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Latino 41S, thank you for the suggestion. This was interesting, especially when I haven't had Keystone Light in so long. To kind of reintroduce myself to it was interesting to see, you know, how close it was to these other guys. So, okay, well, I thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it, and we will see you all on the next one. Bye.